Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today we are going to be doing yet another triple reaction, but this time we have a bit of a crossover episode today, because I do reactions to the Dave Matthews Band as well as Alanis Morissette independently of each other. But today we're actually combining the two worlds because they do collaborate, it appears. We're going to be checking out two Dave Matthews Band songs where Alanis is actually a feature vocalist, Don't Drink the Water and Spoon. I've already done a reaction to a live performance of Don't Drink the Water, but Spoon will be new for us, and hearing Alanis in the sound of the Dave Matthews Band, it's also going to be new for us. And Alanis, she has such a unique voice, and I could say the exact same thing about Dave. I am immensely curious to hear those worlds collide. And then after those two songs, we're going to hear Your House by Alanis Morissette by herself, I believe. So this is going to be a really fun reaction. I hope you are all as excited as I am to check these out. But before we do jump in, a massive thank you goes to James the Gentle, whose generous support made this reaction possible. As always, James, I appreciate you. And now, let's just jump in. Don't drink the water. I remember hearing the original live performance where this droning note, the dong, was super well pronounced. In the studio so far, it's a little further back. There's no place here. Wow, what a line.
No room for both, just room for me.
I'm gonna try to figure out the meaning here, but so far it's very out there. Bit of an annexation happening. Whoa, do you hear that run underneath from the, it seems to be banjo. It's like a bit of harmonic minor. Great emphasis.
Yes, I will call this
home. Wait, are those background vocals? I think that's Alanis just singing above like an angel. I think.
What's this you say? You feel the right to remain. Stay, and I will bury you.
Bury you.
What's that you say? Your father's spirit still lives in this place. Well, I will silence you.
I hear Alanis. I hear her. as I've been listening to the music, I've also been trying to understand the lyrics here. Definitely, it seems like Dave does not want the subject of the lyrics to stay in this place. But why, at least at the moment, is a little bit ambiguous. So hopefully we'll get some some insight as to why Dave is trying to get them out of this place. Because maybe it's for their own good, maybe it's for, let's say, world-conquering purposes. It could go either way. It depends on the level of megalomania we may be feeling today.
It's leaving now. And as you go, I will spread my wings.
Wow, this is hitting.
Yes, I will call this time to justify to you, fool, you're blind. Move aside from me.
Oh. Wow. And I remember from the original, after he says, "Fool, you're blind, move aside from me," he starts like kind of vocalizing and scatting over the top of it. Doesn't seem to be the case. So there are moments that are definitely different from the live renditions, which you would expect, but they are definitely very different. This version already, it is so well structured, it's in the pocket, whereas the live versions, they just keep getting blown out of proportion and become crazier and crazier, which is why we love their lives.
Say to you, my new neighbors, you must move on, or I will bury you.
Oh, there is the vocalizing.
Now as I rest my feet by this fire, those hands once warmed here, well, I have retired them. I can breathe my own air and I can sleep more soundly upon these poor souls. I'll build heaven and call it home. 'Cause you're all dead now. And I'll live with my justice, and I'll live with my greed and need. Oh, I live with no mercy, and I live with my frenzied feeding. I live with my hatred, and I live with my jealousy. Oh, I live with the notion that I don't need anyone but me. Don't drink the water, don't drink the water. There's blood in the water. Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water.
There she is. It's Alanis.
Don't drink the water. There's blood in the water. Don't drink the water. Blood in the
Oh my god, goosebumps. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my god, from top to bottom, the studio version delivers in a different way. Whoa. This is... Wow. Wow. That's interesting. It reminds me of when I originally heard the Aerials by System of a Down. The original song, just by itself, it's like a 3.5, 4 minute song. It sounds amazing, top to bottom. I love it. And then in the album version, right after, you hear a like 3.5, 4 minute kind of outro. Now that is like a 30-second outro to the same track. What is the Aerials follow up? It's like RDO or something like that. So a bit different. Wasn't expecting a little outro there. My God, I love how this song like collapses into a just heaving mess. It's filled with anger and not even grief, just just so energy packed. I love how almost like metal-esque and grunge it feels, which is why the live hits so hard too, because he does the same thing there, but you just hear the craziness and the instrumentation surrounding. And you don't get to hear Alanis in the live. We heard Alanis here. Man, I love this song top to bottom. Listen, let me try to talk a little bit about these lyrics. I think in a very broad sense, this song is about having land that you want for yourself, and it currently belongs to somebody else, but you want to take it over and make it your own place where you can instill force, justice, peace, heaven, but you have to excise the existing population for you to be able to do what you want. So it almost feels like predatory. It feels like we are the colonizers, the annexers, and I guess it's coming from that perspective. Megalomania, world domination, take over what the space was that you inhabited now is mine to inhabit, because there's no place here for you. What were you expecting? Were you expecting me to lay down and let you have it? There's no room for the both of us here. Just room for me. So you will lay your arms down, you will give up the fight, and I will call this my home. I mean, just talking about this, like reading through the lyrics, it is very conversational. It feels commanding, and with the instruments, with the way it's sung, it is a powerful track. I can imagine like an emperor, a conqueror, a king performing a song like this, instilling fear in the hearts of those he seeks to conquer. Away, away, you have been banished. Your land is gone and given to me. And here I will spread my wings, and yes, I will call this home. What's this, you say? You feel the right to remain? Then stay, and I will bury you. I will literally kill you. I will bury your body. You'll be on this land forever, as is your wish, if that feels like it is your right to remain, but you won't do so in a living state. This is super terrifying. You have been banished. Your land is gone. What's that, you say? Your father's spirits still lives in this place. Well, I will silence you. You've been saying all these things about how this land is yours. It is actually your forefathers, your literal father's spirit resides there. These are the things that you say, but if I silence you, it doesn't matter what you say, right? I heard this interesting philosophical argument the other day, and it definitely was part and parcel with a lot of misogyny of all things. But the idea was, if you as a population, if you as a individual, whatever the situation may be, if you can't fight for your rights and uphold them, then you actually don't have any rights. You have privileges given to you by those who fight for your rights. So in a sense, if you are unable to speak for yourself, then you didn't deserve the right to speak anyways. It is a very cutthroat kind of ideology. I definitely don't agree with that. I preach peace, love, and positivity, but it's an interesting worldview to consider. It definitely feels like what would happen if you maximized across Darwin and evolution and just doing the best for the self. Here's the hitch. Your horse is leaving. Don't miss your boat. It's leaving now. And as you go, I will spread my wings. Yes, I will call this home. I have no time to justify to you. I'm just going to take it over. Your boat is on the way out. You've got to catch the last plane ride out, the boat ride out, horse ride out. Fool, you're blind. Move aside for me. All I can say to you, my new neighbor, is you must move on or I will bury you. fool, you're blind. So he's not only taking over the land, he's calling them foolish. He's saying, he's presuming rather that now you're just going to be my new neighbor. You're not going to live with me. We aren't going to be friends. You're going to be next to me. Move aside, or I will bury you. The way he delivers, I will bury you in the lives, definitely, in my opinion, hits harder than the studio rendition, but I love how well pronounced the lyrics are in the studio version, because in the live renditions sometimes the mix can bury the vocals a little bit, and it's also optimizing for a different problem. So it's just, these are two different things. I like that I get to hear the lyrics more clearly here. Now as I rest my feet by this fire, those hands once warmed here, well, I have retired them. So presumably after conquering, now I'm retiring. I'm taking a bit of respite. I can breathe my own air. Finally, you are gone from this land, and I've usurped you, and it's mine. And I can sleep more soundly upon these poor souls, right, above those he's buried. I'll build heaven and call it home, because you're all dead now, and I live with my justice. I live with my greedy need. I love this greedy need line here, because it is contradictory, because need shouldn't have to revolve around or depend upon greed. Need is something that you just need innately and doesn't have any external attachment to ego. I also love this one. I'll build heaven and call it home. This you could imagine is already contradictory. Can you build heaven? Doesn't heaven already exist in the minds and hearts of those who are devout? And heaven is not something that's human, so to build it is, again, giving oneself the title of God. It's a bit contradictory. And I live with my justice, and I live with my greedy need, or I live with no mercy. And I live with my frenzied feeding. I live with my hatred. Oh, wow. James, you're right. These lyrics are super potent. And I live with my jealousy, or I live with the notion that I don't need anyone but me. Man, it is just human greed, jealousy, all of the possible sins incarnate. Don't drink the water. There's blood in the water. Don't drink the water. This, I don't even know. Now, it depends on the way you view this line. Don't drink the water could be like earnest. It could be, hey, don't drink the water. There's blood in the water. Like, that would be dangerous for your health. There's something bad going on here. This is a warning to you. Don't drink the water. Or it could be, don't drink the water, this is my water. I'm actually inclined to believe it's more of the former rather than the latter. Don't drink the water, there's blood in the water. I'm having a come to Jesus moment, a realization that what I've been doing is actually poisoning the well locally. Even though I now have built this local heaven for ourselves, and for myself, frankly speaking, it's on sacred land and it's not mine, and the water is pointed. Everything here is going to curse me. We can't live here peacefully, even though I think we should be able to. It's not actually going to happen. Don't drink the water here. I don't know. Do you guys vibe with my interpretation here? This is just kind of how I feel off the cuff with these lyrics, and definitely looking into them more deeply than I did the first time. There's blood in the water, but the way Dave delivers those lines feels more visceral still. Yet it feels earnest in the fact that, hey, the local population here, don't drink this water. It's dangerous for your health because of what sins we had to commit to gain this land and this water. That feels right. I'll go with my ethical emotivism for now. So that's Don't Drink the Water. I know we spent a lot of time on that. We're going to do the same for Spoon and then Your House by Alanis Morissette. So I hope you guys are enjoying the reaction so far. If that is the case and you'd like to request one yourself, please hit the link in the description box below. That is the best way to support my channel. Now it's time to hear Spoon.
thought of you and turned to the gate, and on my way came up with the answers. I scratched my head and the answers were gone.
The gate of heaven, maybe? Whoa. Violin. It's like we have 2 layers of violin. No, I think we have violin in the left and a trumpet in the right. Wow. Or saxophone.
Hand to hand, wrist to the elbow, red blood sand. Could that be God?
There's Alanis.
Crosses crossed home out like a wet rag. Forgive you why you hung me out to dry, and or maybe I'm crazy but laughing out loud.
What a mix here. I'm trying to understand these lyrics. I'm gonna do my best. It feels like there's a lot of religious connotations here with Heaven's Gate. Could my dad be God? Crosses being hung out.
Hung me out to dry, and or maybe I'm crazy but laughing out loud. Make the pain pass by, and maybe you're a little crazy, so laughing out loud. Make your so sad. Holding, I'm holding. I'm still falling, spoon in spoon, stirring.
Wow, gorgeous arrangement.
Thought of this and turned to the gate, and on my way crack lightning then thunder. I hit my head.
Also notice like the bob and weaving with all of the different pitches that Dave is singing. We are not retaining 1 or 2 scales. I think we've been bouncing around 2 to 3 different scales and unique chord progressions. Stack on top of that all of the simultaneous melodies from each instrument. We got the saxophone, we got the violin from Boyd. A lot is happening here.
Then thunder, I hit my head and the storm slipped away. Well, maybe I'm crazy, but laughing out loud. We could all pass by, and maybe you're a little crazy, so laughing out loud. We could all
Wow. This is
laughing out loud.
LOL.
From time to time, minutes and hours, some move ahead while some lag behind. It's like the balloon that rises and then vanishes. This drop of hope that falls from his eyes.
I am like so stupid for not ever having thought of Alanis and Dave being like a match made in heaven, actually, because they both arrange their songs in such unique ways. The style of vocal performance that they opt for are both unique, yet complement each other very easily. I'm curious if they will sing at the same time. Yeah. It's really cool.
From his eyes.
spoon, stir my coffee. I think of this and turn to go away. Well, as I walked there,
So now it's away from the gate.
voices behind me sing, sinners sin, come now and play.
Oh, the guitar.
Come now and play.
Goosebumps. God. What a composition. Oh, we're not done yet. We've got 2 more minutes. Lord. Do we have 2 more minutes? I'm curious to scrub through, but I'm not going to. What a song so far. Jesus. These lyrics are not easy to grasp. I'll do my best. Sinners sin, come now and play. What a line. It seems like there's some pickup in the... Yeah, here it is.
Coming from the cold for a while, everything will be alright. Coming from the noise for a time, everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. For now, goodbye. Friend, goodbye.
Da, 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 da. It's like beautifully ominous. Feels like my teapot going crazy, but it also sounds like John Lord doing something crazy on the organ. Spoon. This one is not obvious to me. Even considering how beautiful the lyrics were and how poetic they were in Don't Drink the Water, it was more attainable to me immediately. And that also comes from having listened to the song a handful of times. Spoon, however, let's try to read through this and see what this one means. Also, shout out to Alanis in this track. Definitely she got her moment to shine a little bit more obviously. What a beautiful voice she has. It's like crystal clear is one of the ways I describe it every time. Spoon and spoon, stirring my coffee, I thought of you and turned to the gate. So, gates of heaven. Spoon in spoon is an interesting way to word this, because spoon is just, the utility, the utensil to do the stirring, but spoon in spoon is like, reminds me of like cuddling, right? Big spoon, little spoon. I thought of you and turned to the gate. And on my way came up with the answers. I scratched my head and the answers were gone. Came up with the answers. Like, what are you going to say to get into heaven? But implicitly, the fact that you have to come up with the answers and they don't naturally occur to you because you embody what it means to be heavenly means that you're unlikely to be granted access. And, once you start thinking about it, you realize there weren't actually answers to begin with. It was all it was all like kind of superfluous. From hand to hand, wrist to the elbow. Red blood sand. Could dad be God? I like these lyrics, I just don't understand them. Red blood sand to me implies location, but could dad be God? I don't know who the dad is here. Could be his literal dad, could be a metaphor for something else. Who are you referring to as dad here? The Heavenly Father? Isn't the Heavenly Father already God? Cross's cross hung out like a wet rag. Forgive you, why you hung me out to dry. Oh man, it's going to be important to figure out who is the narrator and who is the subject. Forgive you. Who is saying forgive you and who is being forgiven? You hung me out to dry. So maybe that's from Jesus. Why should I forgive you? Because you're the one who let me stay out there, hung out on the cross. And maybe I'm crazy, but laughing out loud makes the pain pass by. And maybe you're a little crazy, so laughing out loud makes it all subside. I'm crazy, you're crazy, and then earlier he is referring to I thought of you and turned to the gate. So maybe it's a partner that Dave is referring to here. And I guess because we do have Alanis, you could make the argument that it is like a male-female partnership. So let's go with that. Why would I forgive you? You hung me out to dry. And maybe I'm crazy. We're both crazy. We're laughing like maniacs together. And it helps make the pain subside. Holding, I'm still holding. I'm still falling. I'm still falling. Spoon and spoon, stirring my coffee. I thought of this and turned to the gate. But on my way, cracked lightning and then thunder. I hid my head and the storm slipped by. So the journey is treacherous, is what I'm getting from that. Well, maybe I'm crazy and laughing out loud, so we get a repetition here of the laughing. Feels, have you ever seen, like, laughter in, like, movies where the laughter is actually, it starts out as laughter, but really it is there to laugh out the pain? So there's a bit of darkness to that laughter. It's not just pure jubilance and joy. From time to time, minutes and hours, some move ahead while some lag behind. So this is about talking about everybody's journey to heaven. Some are moving ahead closer to heaven, others are lagging behind. It's like the balloon that rise and then vanish, this drop of hope that falls from his eyes. So this is being sung from Alanis. The balloon that rise then vanish. So when you blow up a balloon and then release it, and then you see it climbing, ascending to heaven, but eventually you lose sight of it. This drop of hope that falls from his eyes. The drop of hope maybe also refers to a tear. So he's still hopeful to ascend to heaven. Spoon and spoon, stirring my coffee, I think of this and turn to go away, while as I walk there are voices behind me saying, sinners sin, come now and play. This was more obvious to me here, sinners sin, and the ideas of moving towards heaven, and then there's voices detracting you, holding you back, almost like lulling you into this false sense of security. Now, there's no false sense of security here. It is just saying, hey, look, you are a sinner, so come and sin, do what you do best, and stay behind with the rest of us who are destined for the fiery hells, the fiery pits. Because those are the voices that are going to try to convince you, right? Misery loves company. And those who are further behind in the journey to heaven are going to likely be the kinds of people who would hold you back from making it there, because otherwise they themselves would be further along too. They're laughing out loud. Come now and play. Wow, so it's also like we were laughing out loud prior, but we're still making our way closer to heaven, and we notice in retrospect, looking back behind us, the people who are egging us on, asking us to sin with them, they're the ones who are also laughing. So we were the laughers, and now they're laughing. We have that hindsight to know why they were laughing, but they're still incentivizing us to come and play. Wow. Come in from the cold for a while. Everything will be all right. Come in from the noise for us. Everything will be all right. Everything will be all right from now. Goodbye. Friend, goodbye. So this is in the post-silence section, the outro of the song. How does this fit in? Coming from the cold for a while. So I guess maybe the ascent to heaven is cold. So come down to us. Everything will be all right. If it's cold outside, we'll make it easier. We'll make it warmer down here in hell with us. There's noise out there, but it'll be silent in here, maybe. I don't know. This one, Spoon, is a lot harder for me to grasp, so I'm very curious to hear your all's opinion on this song. What does it mean? Am I missing something from the lyrics? Am I underthinking something, overthinking another? Probably all four of those comments are happening at the same time, but I'm curious to hear y'all's perspective on this. But musically, man, this one definitely makes your head spin. I can only imagine what it sounds like live. And sort of what I can imagine from Spoon as well is this being a bit of a deeper Dave Matthews Band cut. But yeah, beautiful song nonetheless. We have one more to check out here today, and this one is strictly from Alanis herself, Your House. Let's check it out, shall we?
I went to your house, I walked up the stairs, I opened your door without ringing the bell. I walked down the hall,
Just a cappella.
into your room, where I could smell you, and I shouldn't be here. Without permission, I shouldn't be here.
Whoa, what a melody.
Would you forgive me, love, if I dance in your shower? Would you forgive me, love, if I laid in your bed? Would you forgive me, love, if I stay all afternoon?
Oh.
I took off my clothes, put on.
Wow, her singing, her her style is already so unique. And when you have this like a cappella feel where some of these sections feel a bit disjointed from one another, it's definitely a bit of whiplash, especially given what we just heard from Spoon. And it seems like she's just asking a lot of questions about whether her presence is allowed here. Because your house, your heart, your home. Am I allowed to be here? She's asking, it's like very permission seeking. Should I be here without permission? When you're not here. Because that's the implication, is like, can I come here even when you're not here? So what does that mean? Does that mean the original, the person that she's entering this house of, they're gone forever? Let's keep listening.
On your robe, and through your drawers, and I found your cologne. Went down to the den, found your CDs, and I played your Johnny, and I shouldn't stay
crack.
long. You
Oh.
might be home soon. I shouldn't stay long.
Again, the pitch
Would you
switch.
forgive me, love,
The scales never stay the
If I
same.
dance in your shower, would you forgive me, love? If I laid in your bed, would you forgive me, love? If I stay all afternoon, I burn your incense, I ran a bath, I noticed a letter that sat on your desk.
Okay. I hope this letter gives us more context for what she's doing, why she's doing it, what is the perspective of the other's house, right? If she's here uninvited, why is she there? Maybe this letter gives us some info.
Noticed a letter that sat on your desk. It said, hello, love. I love you so, love. Meet me at midnight. And no, it wasn't my writing. I better go soon. It wasn't my writing. So forgive me, love, if I cry in your shower. So forgive me, love, for the salt in your bed. So forgive me, love, if I cry all afternoon.
So different. So different from what I'm used to. And that's saying something given, granted, I do have minimal experience with Alanis, all things considered. You know, maybe 12, 14 songs I've heard from Alanis in total. I'd have to check specifically. This was definitely the most unique. I'd never heard her sing completely a cappella before. Usually she has some acoustic guitars accompanying her. So just to hear her raw voice with no other adulterants definitely is cool. You can tell she loves that like vocal cry where it flips a little bit into the head voice, and it feels a little bit raw, untethered, emotional. The belts, the swells, it's all very human and real, which I like, and she's very good at just really tugging at your emotional heartstrings one way or the other. Now lyrically here, I'm trying to figure it out because the context from the letter, I thought I would have a very clear idea at that point what was happening here, but it almost confuses me more because up until that point, the entire song is just her asking about whether or not she's allowed where she is and recounting the things that she's doing in presumably her lover's home. And she doesn't feel invited necessarily. She recounts the tale. She tells this person that she's really sad. I took off all my clothes, put on your robe. I'm remembering remembering you, frankly, putting on your clothes, burning the candles. Shouldn't stay long. You might be home soon. I shouldn't stay long. This here does feel like she's not there invited. That's for sure. So she's definitely breaking and entering and doing a bunch of crazy stalker kind of stuff. At least given the context. You might be home soon. I shouldn't stay long. But then she follows it up here. Would you forgive me, love, if I danced in your shower? Would you forgive me if I laid in your bed? If I stay all afternoon? When you're not there, can I just pretend like you are there? Like, can I use your memory as like an emotional rag for myself? Something that belongs to you, that you inhabit, that is part of your sacred space, but can I use it for my own benefit even if we're not together? Is that the implication? That feels so unique of a circumstance. It's like, hey, I know you don't want me anymore. I know we're not together, but can I still like do things that make me feel like we are together if they don't prove burdensome to you? Maybe. I burned your incense. I ran a bath. I noticed a letter that sat on your desk. It said, "Hello, love. I love you so, love." So here he literally acknowledges that she may be breaking into his house, doing all these things. And I say breaking in, this all could just be a metaphor, it doesn't have to be very literal. I love you so, love. Meet me at midnight. And no, it wasn't my writing. Now this is Alanis. I better go soon. It wasn't my writing. So this is like, he is literally inviting her. Meet me at midnight. We can have this together. We can share this space, this home together. But she's like, oh no, this isn't actually me saying this. This is him saying it now. For whatever reason, her alarm bells are going up and she better get out of there. Almost like this fear of familiarity, a fear of the safety that this home provides, despite still wanting the fruits of the safety in this home. This feels very I forget what the psychological term would be with the attachment styles. It's like unregulated attachment or something like that, dysfunctional attachment. What is it? Let me look it up quick. Dysfunctional attachment style. I guess it's dysfunctional or disorganized attachment, I think is the terminology. So she seems to have like a very disorganized attachment style. Because the moment he wants to like reciprocate the love and have it be a two-way street, she's out of there. So forgive me, love, if I cry in your shower. Forgive me for the salt in your bed, the tears, right? Forgive me, love, if I cry all afternoon. So it's like, forgive me. This is a hard video today, but I hope you all enjoyed it. She's basically saying, forgive me for wanting the parts that I want and not allowing you to get what you want, in a sense. She's almost being parasitic. She's almost extracting from your house, his house. And the moment he opens the door to her and wants to share it with her, she's like, nuh-uh, I'd rather do this alone. I don't want to be there. I better get out. Let me know what you all think about this song too. I mean, all three really. We had Don't Drink the Water, Spoon, and Your House, each with just very, very unique messaging. I think from top to bottom, these were not songs that you could easily like draw a theme from, other than the collaboration between Dave and Alanis, and then the last song just being Alanis herself. What I can say is I love how unique their melodies are, especially sung from their voices. Dave has one of the most unique voices in all of rock music. Same thing with Alanis. She has one of the most unique voices in her genre. I don't know if you would call it rock per se, or a bit of pop rock. Pop rock would be wrong. Let's go with rock as well. But it works. It's like a match made in heaven. Although it is a weird heaven, and it seems like the sinners are trying to call them back to hell, they're finding a way to make it work and make it very unique nonetheless. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, subscribe, like the video, comment. Probably more importantly, hit the link in the description box below. Request a reaction yourself. It helps out the channel. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.